Is Russia on the brink of starting a nuclear war with Ukraine or Europe? After Russia's repeated threats of a nuclear strike following losses on the war front, several reports now suggest that Russia is indeed preparing for a nuclear war. According to these reports, Russia has developed a powerful intercontinental ballistic missile, or ICBM. So what can this new nuclear missile do, and should we be worried about Russia entering a nuclear war? Let's find out in this video. It has been confirmed by various news outlets that Russia has plans to deploy its newly developed ICBM. This missile can apparently hit targets throughout the European continent and beyond is called Sarmat. This isn't an ordinary missile. It's a nuclear missile which can spell doom to an entire nation if it reaches its target destination. What's more worrying is that the nuclear missile can possibly hit the continental US. Russia has plans to deploy the missile by autumn in case of any threat from NATO. Dmitry Rogozin, head of the Roscosmos space agency, said on Saturday that the target deployment date for the new missile was an ambitious one. He told Russia 24 TV channel, "We plan to do it no later than autumn." Russia reported its first test launch of the Sarmat on Wednesday. The missile, which is also often referred to as Satan II, was launched from a silo launcher at 15:12 Moscow time or 12:12 GMT. Post-launch, Russian President Vladimir Putin said on Wednesday would make his country's enemies stop and think, according to a report by Reuters. Russia's Defense Force posted a tweet on Twitter teasing the launch of the new missile and said, "Successful launch of Sarmat intercontinental ballistic missile was held today at Plesetsk Cosmodrome from a silo launcher." They also posted a video showing off the launch. The missile was tested from Plesetsk in northwest Russia and hit targets in the Kamchatka Peninsula nearly 6,000 kilometers away. Putin said that the new missile is extremely capable of overcoming all means of anti-missile defense technology. He said, "The new complex has the highest tactical and technical characteristics and is capable of overcoming all modern means of anti-missile defense. It has no analogs in the world and won't have for a long time to come." Putin added, "This truly unique weapon will strengthen the combat potential of our armed forces, reliably ensure Russia's security from external threats, and provide food for thought for those who, in the heat of frenzied aggressive rhetoric, try to threaten our country." Now, the Sarmat missile isn't a newly developed rocket. Russian military have apparently been working on the missile for a long time now, 2014 to be precise. In 2014, a Russian military official announced that the Sarmat would be ready for deployment by 2020. In case you don't know, 2014 was the year when Russia first launched an attack on Ukraine in its southern peninsula of Crimea. Thereafter, Russian military have been preparing for a war with Ukraine and possibly NATO. Let's take a look at the design and other aspects of Sarmat. The RS-28 Sarmat will be capable of carrying about 10 tons of payload for either up to 10 heavy or 15 light MIRV warheads, an unspecified number of avant-garde hypersonic glide vehicles, or a combination of warheads and several countermeasures against anti-ballistic missile systems. The Russian Ministry of Defense said that the missile is Russia's response to the U.S. Prompt Global Strike System. Sarmat has a short boost phase, which shortens the interval when it can be tracked by satellites with infrared sensors, such as the U.S. space-based infrared system, making it more difficult to intercept. It is speculated that the Sarmat could fly a trajectory over the South Pole, completely immune to any current missile defense system, and that it has the fractional orbital bombardment capability. According to various sources, RS-28's launch sites are to be equipped with the Mosir or Active Protection System, designed to negate a potential adversary's first strike advantage by discharging a cloud of metal arrows or balls, kinetically destroying incoming bombs, cruise missiles, and ICBM warheads at altitudes of up to 6 kilometers. Meanwhile, Rogozin said the launch of the Russian superweapon was an historic event that would guarantee the security of Russia's children and grandchildren for the next 30 to 40 years. The missiles will be deployed in the Krasnoyarsk region of Siberia, about 3,000 kilometers east of Moscow, and placed at the same sites and in the same silos as the Soviet-era Voyevoda missiles they are replacing, something that would save colossal resources and time, Rogozin said. This week's test of the new intercontinental ballistic missile marks a show of strength by Russia at a time of increased tensions with the US and its allies over the continuing war in Ukraine. Besides the Sarmat or Satan II intercontinental ballistic missile, Russia has also developed hypersonic missiles such as the Kinzhal, which basically translates to dagger, and is the first country to use them in combat in the continuing Ukraine war. What are your thoughts on Russia's new super missile? We'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed watching this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.